Hello everybody, today we are knocking on the doors of forgotten giants, starting with the soap, La Pere Lucien, Cologne Fougere or Pine Tree Scent. I preloaded my Razorock synthetic brush because this soap is vegetal based, so it's not that thick, it's more like sudsy and pretty, let's say more slick than firm and dense. As you can see, it's pretty watery right now, so I decided not to waste too much time on lathering, so at least this portion is completed. I never had an issue with this soap, and the first year I got it, I remember that I used it almost exclusively in the summertime, because the feel on the skin is very light, very transparent if you want, so it doesn't feel heavy. It has pretty much more natural ingredients, so you really feel the lack of chemistry with this one. And the scent is really subtle, so if you ever walked in a pine wood, maybe after the rain, it has scent which reminds me on that. So very refreshing, very nice, very calm. It's not overpowering your surrounding, so you just know that it is a shaving soap, but in overall very nice, very mild, and although not that thick, as you can see, compared with Proraso or Arco or any other soap, this is still, see, pretty light, pretty sudsy, but it doesn't affect the performance. So when I tired of some heavy feel soaps, I like to use LPL just to refresh the things a little bit. Now a lot of leather, we will see how much of that will last. And the second forgotten thing in my cabinet is Fatip Piccolo Special Edition. As you can see, no more black coating, and it looks even worse on the bottom side of the top cap. Just check this out. So it was some sort of just painting over it, but it's nickel plated brass, so no rusting or anything. The gold plate may be dirty a little bit, but the plating is much better on golden ones. The reason why I picked Fatip is because I will be using Derby Premium blade. A lot of people said that they like Fatips because with them they can enhance the pour blades. So I'm not performing any special alignment with this one, just tightening it down, and yeah, looks pretty flat, so we will go with that. For the blade, since I wasn't that much thrilled on the first round, and as many of you confirmed that Fatips are actually good for dying blades, and they can stretch 1 or 2 shaves out of any of them. I decided to see if I'm going to have some plucky feel with the derby, because it wasn't so convincing in Mula razors. And in Fatip is pretty unsensible blade, but still I would say the same level of leftovers as with R89. So definitely not the sharpest blade, but for this round and this purpose I could say it is pretty mildish. To be used in open comb razor, I could even say that this seems as a great choice. Also, I feel it very well balanced in the razor head. So no hard feelings, no scratching on both sides of the head. I don't feel that one side is more aggressive than the other. So for the purpose, I would say pretty comfortable, not that efficient. And since I'm having 2 days of beard growth, I probably don't need anything more aggressive. And it appears that Derby is actually reducing the weight of the razor. So although it is full brass, I don't feel the weight of the razor that much. But at this point I felt a little bit tugging, so from what is this blade made? I mean, it's horrible. I cannot stretch a single shave with now 2 razors, so definitely not something which I would recommend or buy again. But I guess I could use them even to throw them away after a single shave. It's not a big deal. So I wonder if there was some intention to build a blade like this. I guess that they had a valid reason for it. It's just not visible to me. What to say? No hate intended, just telling you what it is. Now I'm going extra light because Fatips have that exfoliating effect on the skin, so make sure to go extra careful with them. They will easily cut into the skin. But in all honesty, I don't think that Fatips are horribly too aggressive. They just like to take a little bit of skin with themselves. And after a week shaves of R41, I wanted to remind myself a little bit how Fatips are working. And I would leave with my previous statements that when you align the Fatip head and you don't feel the blade, maybe even have doubt, is their blade loaded at all? That is the Fatip's sweet spot. Quite nice, quite smooth. Maybe I got some pimple in here because it looks like I scratched the surface of the skin, so it's not neither weep or neither cut. Strangely, this indentation was cleaned fabulously. Almost no feedback on this pass. So for Fatips, with a good blade, and definitely a single pass shaver. No need to rinse excessively. There is a lot of slickness. And normally with pere Lucien I wouldn't apply any aftershave. Because the soap itself is so nourishing, feels so nice and smooth on the skin. But as I purchased another product from Serbia, it's called the Elliot Shaving Splash. When I checked the ingredients, it actually has the extract of witch hazel, which is a very popular herb in wet shaving world. It enhances the healing of the skin. And this green one actually has the almost same that pine fougere scent. So I thought that these two would be very complementary. So far, if I see correctly, no nicks, just tiny breakdowns of the follicles of the hair, so tiny bloody dots, but no nicks. Like I said, Fatip Piccolo or any Fatip open comb, excellent for exfoliating the skin. If you're not a daily shaver, then it will just reset your face, and if you shave next time in 2 or 3 days, it will be just as comfortable and smooth like any other razor. My mistake, I usually use it on daily basis in 2 passes, so that is definitely a little bit too much. For everything else, I must say that these suckers are going to trash bin. So thank you for watching, stay tuned and see you next time. Bye.